Greetings and welcome to Phantom Fables, where every tale haunts the imagination. This is how Violet survived her home invasion. The night was cloaked in an eerie silence, broken only by the distant wail of a siren. I lay in bed, my senses heightened, a creeping unease settling in the pit of my stomach. Something was wrong. The air was charged with an evil I couldn't quite place. My name is Violet, and this was my sanctuary, a place I had always considered impenetrable. But that night, as I lay in the dark, I sensed a presence, an intruder violating the sanctity of my home. I strained to hear every creak of the floorboards magnified in the stillness. The weight of dread pressed on my chest, suffocating me. Every instinct screamed for me to stay still, to pretend I was asleep, but my curiosity and fear battled for dominance. I slipped out of bed, bare feet making no sound on the carpet. I crept down the hallway, my breath shallow, heart pounding in my ears. The shadows seemed to dance and taunt, playing tricks on my frantic mind. As I rounded the corner, I saw it, a figure, dark and dim, moving through the living room. Panic surged through me, a wild animal instinct to survive. My mind raced, scrambling for a plan. I needed to call for help, to reach the safety of the outside world. I retreated, moving as quietly as possible, back to my bedroom. My trembling hand fumbled for my phone, fingers slipping over the smooth surface. With trembling hands, I dialed 911, praying they'd answer swiftly. The voice on the other end was a lifeline, a connection to the outside world. I whispered my plea for help, my voice barely above a breath. As I hung up, a sudden crash echoed through the house, followed by a low, menacing chuckle. My blood ran cold. The intruder knew I was here, knew I was alone. I had to hide, to find a place where I couldn't be found. I scanned my room, desperation clawing at my throat. The closet. It was my best chance. I eased the door open, praying it wouldn't creak. I slipped inside, pulling the door shut behind me. Darkness enveloped me, the scent of old clothes and dust filling my nostrils. I pressed my trembling hand to my mouth, willing myself to be silent. Time seemed to stretch on endlessly, each second a torturous eternity. I strained to hear, to catch any sign of the intruder's movements. Footsteps, distant but growing nearer. My heart pounded in my chest, drowning out all other sounds. The footsteps drew closer, stopping just outside my bedroom. I held my breath, every muscle in my body screaming for release. I could feel the weight of their presence, the evil emanating from them. Suddenly, the closet door creaked, a painful, drawn-out sound that seemed to reverberate through the room. My heart seized in my chest. They knew I was here. With a surge of terror-fueled adrenaline, I burst from the closet, racing past the intruder. I could hear their shouts of surprise, their footsteps in pursuit. I ran through the house, blindly searching for an escape. Through sheer luck, I stumbled upon an open window. I didn't hesitate. I leapt out, landing hard on the cold ground below. Pain shot through my ankle, but I forced myself to keep moving. I sprinted down the street, tears streaming down my face, until I reached a neighbor's house. They called the police, and I huddled inside, trembling and waiting. The nightmare was over, but its echoes would haunt me forever. My home, once a sanctuary, now felt tainted, violated. The memory of that night would forever lurk in the shadows, a reminder of the darkness that could seep into even the safest of places. If you enjoyed this tale, please like and comment on the video. And please subscribe to the channel for more scary stories. Until next time, let your imagination haunt you.